Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to go through a common question I often get asked, and that is what golf ball should I play or what golf ball should I buy? And it's not really a very straightforward answer. So what I thought I'd do today is I'm going to take the #1 golf ball manufacturer, Titleist, and I'm going to compare their most expensive but best-selling golf ball, the Pro V1, to their cheapest golf ball, the Titleist TrueFeel. Basically the difference in price here, you're looking at about £50 for a dozen Pro V1s, or you're looking at about £22 for a dozen TrueFeels. So I'm going to go through these with a wedge, a 7-iron and a driver, discuss any of the differences I might feel or see, and we'll do a quick comparison of all the numbers to see if there's actually any big gains that you can get from playing a better ball or a more expensive ball, or whether actually it is all just marketing and you're paying too much for your golf balls. So, which one's better, Pro V1 or TrueFeel? Let's get started. So we're going to start off by hitting some nice short wedge shots with the TrueFeel, and then the Pro V1. I'll just go through and discuss some of the differences and we'll see which one is best there. Obviously, besides looks on the golf ball, so the logo, the number and the decals on the side, they're clearly one of the main differences between the two golf balls. They're both otherwise white with dimples on. Quite a nice soft feel there straight away. So this is actually the softest ball that Titleist make. So when you hit this, you could certainly feel that difference. Just over hitting those a little bit. Just bring it down a little bit. But what I'm interested here is to see whether there's a big difference in spin rates, because with wedge shots, obviously what's important is how you can control your spin. So I'll be interested if there's a big difference there between a premium ball and the cheapest ball. But in terms of feel, that's actually quite pleasant with the TrueFeel. Even though it's the cheapest ball, it's not firm at all. It's actually really nice off the face. I kind of feel like I can do whatever I want with that, really. Coming out quite consistently. Doesn't feel like it's popping or jumping off the face, so I can control the flight. So if we have a little hit with the Pro V1 now, let's see if there's any big differences. Again, decals on the ball, you've got all black writing, a black number on there, a little bit finer print, see if there's any difference in the feel. Yeah, straight away that feels louder. It feels a bit firmer as well. Just to the eye, I can't see many other differences in flight. Again, it feels nice and controllable, consistent. And kind of hit the yardages I want. I can really play any shot I want there. It's nice and consistent in flight. Definitely, I think, a difference in the sound. It's a little bit louder and definitely firmer. The cover on the ball does seem a little bit different, a light off the ball. If a golf ball can have a premium finish, the cover does look a little bit more premium. Otherwise, the only difference in terms of what you can see or feel without the numbers there would be it's louder and it feels firmer. So let's have a quick look side by side at the numbers and see if there's any big differences. So straight away there, if you just look at the ball flights, they're identical in terms of height and distance. I wasn't looking for any differences there. The biggest difference, like I said, really was the feel off the face and the noise. But the biggest difference out of all those numbers there was the spin. So you can clearly see the Pro V1 spinning much higher, and that's obviously what I'd expect from a premium ball. With wedge shots, it's going to give me a little bit more control around the greens, going to help me kind of get that ball stopping a lot quicker. It's not a huge amount in it, but certainly when it comes to sort of those wedge shots, having the TrueFeel spinning at under 6,000 RPM, whereas the Pro V1 spinning at 6,500 RPM, I know which one is going to come down and stop a little bit quicker for me. Out the two, I'd actually say I quite like the feel of the True Feel, and I felt that was a little bit softer, which you might prefer. But in terms of numbers, there's only one there that's going to give me the most control, and that is the Pro V1. So next up, we're going to hit some 7 irons here, so much more full shots, iron swings, and we're going to then again compare True Feel to Pro V1, see if there's any differences in the numbers. Otherwise, I think the main differences might be in the feel and noise off the face again. So True Feel first. Again, that softer feel, a bit more compression on the ball. So here it'll be interesting to see if there's any differences in the ball speeds. There wasn't really in the wedge shots, but you'd expect that because I'm controlling the speed there to try and hit a certain distance. Here I'm thinking more about all-out distance. So it will be interesting if we get any differences in that ball speed. Certainly nice off the face, I like it. Not seeing anything odd about the ball flight. Pretty consistent. And when it's landing, it seems to be landing quite soft and coming down quite quickly. Left that one a bit open, high right. It has got a nice feel, this ball, off the face. So if you are looking for a soft feel above all else, could be the good ball for you. I think for a budget ball, it's got a really nice feel and premium. Yeah, flight again is really super stable. Nothing jumping out worryingly at all there. Let's have a little hit with the Pro V1 and then we'll look at the numbers. Okay, so Pro V1 now. Again, I'm sensing it's going to be similar, a bit firmer off the face, a bit louder. Definitely firmer, definitely louder. Feel like it came off a bit quicker, if that is possible. Being that bit firmer, I'd expect the ball speed maybe just to be a little bit higher. Definitely just feels a bit more powerful off the face. Again, left that a little bit open. It feels like a little bit softer than when I was hitting it with the wedges. That could be quite a lot to do with the fact that I'm putting in a lot more power and speed now. So I'm compressing the ball a bit more. But yeah, it feels quite nice off the irons. Again, very stable, very consistent in the flight. Again, plenty of stopping power, coming down nice and softly. It'd be interesting now to look at the numbers side by side and actually assess if there's any big differences like we saw in the wedge spin. Okay, so again, side by side, there's not a lot in the ball flights itself. Very similar distance, 164 versus 163. Almost identical heights as well, so we're getting really similar ball flights. There is a little bit of difference in the ball speed, so we're about 1 mile an hour faster with the Pro V1. Again, I kind of expect that from a premium ball, a little bit firmer. It can take a little bit more power into it and give you a little bit more off the face. Again, the other difference there is the launch angle, so launching the Pro V1 a little bit lower, 20.9 versus 21.7, but actually the spin rates are a little bit more similar than the wedge shots were. So the spin rate 6,700 with the Pro V1, where we're only dropping to 6,400 with the True Feel. So actually pretty comparable numbers. So between the two, you're not really losing out much at all. If you did go for True Feel, you might just gain 1 yard or so between the two if you went with Pro V1. So not as much difference between those as I thought there would be. Certainly so far, the wedge and the spin rates in the wedges are the main difference between the two balls. Okay, so we're going to have a hit with the driver with the two golf balls, see if there's any big differences there. Forgot to move the pin away. So again, I'm expecting the differences with driver to be mostly in the sound and feel. I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of difference in the numbers. A lot of that will be down to me and striking the ball. Again, I can kind of hear it and feel it. It doesn't feels so harsh off the face. It's got a little bit more softness to it, a little bit more compression to the true feel. Decent start, good spin, good launch. I pulled that one. Certainly doesn't feel like the ball's over spinning or over launching, so that's a good sign. Again, budget balls sometimes can't do everything that the premium balls can do, but so far True Feel seems to be matching Pro V1 quite well. Again, it's a really nice stable ball flight. There's not a lot of feeling like that ball's spinning away from target or anything like that. It's coming down, running out nicely. Does have a really nice feel off the face. The numbers are good. Good carry, decent tails of yardage. So let's switch it up and hit the Pro V1 and have a look at the numbers after. So again, I'm expecting this to feel firmer. Maybe just feel like it comes off a bit quicker. Will the numbers be that much different? Pretty similar noise, not too much difference there. Comparable distance. Not the best balance on that swing, but the strike was good. Again, pretty similar. I'm definitely not seeing this ball flying or travelling a lot further off the tee in the middle of the fairway. Most golf balls will spin and launch and go far enough to hit the yardage you need. But nearer, not all golf balls will spin or stop for you. A little bit firmer, a little bit noisier, but not a huge amount of difference. Let's have a look at the numbers and see if there are any big differences there. So here's where things actually get interesting. So we're getting more ball speed with Pro V1, being a little bit firmer, a little bit more ball speed off the face. Slightly lower launch with Pro V1, we got 13 degrees versus 14. But then here's the differences. I'm spinning the ball nearly 1,000 RPM higher with Pro V1, and the True Feel's coming out at under 3,000 RPM backspin. So that's going to help my driver particularly a lot to get that optimum number between spin rate and launch angle. So launching the ball at 13 or 14 degrees and spinning it over 3,000 isn't going to help me at all get the distance. And we can see that I'm nearly 10 yards shorter in carry with Pro V1. I'm getting 253 versus 260 with the True Feel. So the cheaper budget ball is performing better for me with driver at least than the Pro V1, the premium ball. And that could be the case for you, but I would say disclaimer on that, with driver particularly, strike is going to play a huge part into what numbers you generate. Even my numbers will fluctuate a little bit, certainly with backspin, based on where I hit it in the face with driver, and that's going to be the case for all kind of golfers. It will come down to where you hit it in the face, not necessarily always what the ball will do. I felt those were quite comparable strikes, both the Pro V1 and the True Feel, and the True Feel is coming out a little bit better for me. So I think it just goes to show across the board we had more spin and control with the wedge shots with the premium ball. They were neck and neckly with the iron swing and the 7-iron. Then we get to the driver, and I think we find that actually the cheaper budget ball is performing better for me and my swing. So I'd just say there's a lesson there to be had of, if you're looking at what ball to play, go and check them out and treat them like you would any other club you're getting custom fit to. Make sure that they work for you best with your short game, your mid game and your long game. And if you need certain characteristics out of a golf ball, go towards that golf ball. If the ball performs best for you, it's going to be worth it. But I've just shown that between the cheapest ball and the most expensive ball that Titleist offer, there's not as much difference as you might think. Go and get fitted, make sure you're playing the right ball that suits your game, and I think it will help lower your scores. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found it useful and found it interesting. If you did, please smash that like button down below. It really does help the channel. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed and you liked today's video and you want to see more videos like it, tap the subscribe button, and to stay alert to all the new videos I post, tap the little bell icon and you'll get notified for every new video I post. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.